I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.
Like Jay, he's the same person that he always was. I remember back then, if he was getting 10,000 for a show, if somebody offering him 50 and he didn't want to do it, he just wouldn't do it.
Got you.
You know? I mean, I called them a couple years ago. I was like, yo, so I got somebody, they want to pay, I think it was like $1.5 million for 2 shows, so $3 million, and they want him to do an hour each. And he was like, nah, I'm just chilling right now.
Jesus Christ.
So,
geez.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is JayZ, coming back with another one, man. And I just thought that clip was interesting, you know what I mean? Because you got Kareem Biggs Burke, you know what I mean? JayZ's homeboy. He knew him before the whole thing, and, you know, they went into business together, you know, and started Rockefeller and all that other shit. So he knows JayZ personally, you know what I mean? They are and were successful, you know, with they, you know, being business partners or whatnot. But, you know, pretty much he tells a story of how, you know, JayZ could be getting paid early on in his career, could be getting paid a certain amount for a show, and you could have people that will offer him even more to do another show, to do other shows, and if he didn't want to do it, then he wouldn't do it, you know, period. Even though he usually on average at that time probably was getting 10,000 a show, you know, you would think, right? You know, you just getting 10,000 shows, so if somebody offer you 15 or 15,000, you're going to jump at it. You know what I'm saying? And if JayZ didn't want to do that show, he just wouldn't do it. He wouldn't just be like, oh, you know, I'm getting, you know, they offering me more than I usually get, you know, so I'm going to go do this show, even though he don't want to do it. Nah, he wouldn't do it. If he didn't want to do the show, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't go and chase the money because obviously he isn't a slave to it. If he doesn't want to do something, he's just not going to do it. He's not going to go do something that he don't want to do just because somebody is paying more money. You know what I mean? Just because there's an opportunity to get more cash. And he said JayZ's the same these days. You know, he called him up, let him know, like, hey, you know, somebody is, you know, somebody want to, you know, pay you to do a couple shows, each show an hour, and you know, he gonna give you $1.5 million for it. So that's $3 million together for 2 shows. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's $3 million to do 2 shows, both shows an hour. And JayZ told him, nah, I'm chilling right now. Anybody else would be like, shit. You know what I mean? You talking about 2 shows, that's $3 million total for 2 shows, each show an hour. That's nothing to JayZ. Got hits for days. You know what I'm saying? So he in that position can turn that shit down. But even in the position that he's in now, to still turn it down, he was doing that even when he wasn't in that great of a position that he's in these days. And when you think about that, that's pretty amazing, really. And I ain't trying to hype it more than it is, but everyone should be like that. I ain't gonna say everyone, but you should be like that. If you, like, you got some people that will put their lives in danger because they are slaves to something. You know what I mean? They could be slaves to pussy. So guess what? They gonna go to the hood chick's house knowing that it's a dangerous area to go get that pussy. You know what I'm saying? You can see dudes, you can have mugs, artists too, you know, go into the worst neighborhoods to do a show because they want the money. So they will put their lives in danger to go get it. You know what I mean? You have people who don't know when to make that call, or just even like Jay said, I'm just chilling. If you just chilling and you in a relaxed mode, or you trying to get your mindset right, you working on your mental shit, and you don't want to do something, listen, sometimes you got to make that call. You don't have to be in a certain position in life to make that call. Even when your homies hit you up, you make it have a gut feeling that, you know what, today just ain't been a good day for me. It's probably best that I just stay in and focus on my family. it's probably best that I just stay in because there's too much going on in the streets. You know, it's probably best that, you know, I just lay low for a while and work on other things. You know what I'm saying? You have to be boss enough to make that call. You don't have to have millions of dollars to make that call. That's why I thought this clip was interesting, because JayZ was doing the same thing back then like he's doing now. If he's chilling, he like, nah, I'm just chilling right now. You got most people who just gotta go do things. They just gotta go do it. They gotta go chase the money. They gotta chase the pussy. They gotta chase the success and all of that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with chasing those things, but you gotta be intact. You know what I mean? You should make sure that you good, and that's it. Because what's important is you and how you feel. If you not full, if you're not whole, right? You're not yourself that day, right? And you know that, you know what, this can affect your job, then it's probably best that you stay home. You know what I mean? But you have to know how to make those decisions. You have to know when to make those decisions instead of just being so quick to go. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, we be so wired. We be so wired and so attached to things, so addicted to things that we don't think before we make these moves, and we just go. And we see a lot of things happen to a lot of people by thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? Because they just so wired to do things that they don't make a conscious decision when to do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? Just not, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with chasing money. You know what? If it's a female that you really want, then guess what? It's okay to put in a little work to try to get her and go out and do a little stuff or whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. You know, success, of course. Everybody, we all going to be chasing success in something. You know what I mean? But even then, we still have to know when to make that call to where it's like, you know what? If I can't be 100%, then I'm not going to do it at all. You know, on that day. If I'm just chilling and I'm not in the right mind to do a show, then I'm not going to do that show. You know, if I'm not feeling well, you know, it's something telling me that, you know what, I shouldn't go out tonight because there's too much going on in the hood, then guess what? I'm going to just stay in the crib. You know what? You know what? Old boy been kind of acting funny, but he want to hang out tonight. You know what I'm saying? He want to hit some clubs up and go to the bar and do all of this shit. But, you know what I mean? He been moving a little funny. You know what I mean? You got homies that's been moving a little funny and shit like that. And guess what? Make that call. Be like, you know what? Nah, I ain't doing it tonight. You know what I mean? You got to make that call. You know what I mean? You can't be just so quick to go all the time and go all the time. When something telling you something ain't right, then guess what? You make that call. If you say you just chilling and you in tonight, don't let nobody force you into going out. You know what I mean? If this money move look a little shaky, you know what I'm saying? Somebody calling you out of the blue, you know what I mean? You serve a little bit, somebody calling you out of the blue at an awkward time of the night and they asking for more than what they usually ask for, you got to make that call. Something ain't right about that. Something ain't right about that. But you got to know yourself. You got to know yourself. Don't let nobody force you to doing something that you don't want to do. And do not be a slave to these things and these objects around you either. You know what I mean? Don't be a slave to nothing. I know y'all heard me say this before, but sometimes, man, you just can't be running and be wired to go everywhere without thinking. You got to be thinking. And when you feel how you feel, you just feel how you feel. You ain't got to explain shit to nobody. Like, look, I ain't going out tonight. That's it. You know what I mean? Period. You know what? Something funny about that. I ain't rocking with it. You know what? I get weird vibes from old boy. I ain't kicking it with him like that. You got to be the smart. You are the man. You are in control of yourself. You have to know when to make these calls, period. You ain't got to answer to nobody. You ain't got to answer to nobody when it comes to that shit. So guess what? Continue to be you. You know how you feel? Guess what? And that's all that matters. You don't feel like doing something, then guess what? You chilling. You don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I mean? And again, before y'all leave, man, I want to let y'all know, man, people like to see people attached to things that they can't say no to. So when you say no to certain things, it surprises them. Stop making, people think they got you pegged by that. You know, people think they could lure you out by money. People think they could lure you out by alcohol. People think they could lure you out by pussy. You know what I mean? Stop all of that shit. Stop letting people think that they know where to get you. I know where to get them out. I know what to do. I know what he like. You don't know what I like. So stop putting it all out there and just get a hold of everything. Get control of your life and everything around it, everything. Because these people around you, listen, they gonna think that they know what drives you and what could bring you out and what you like and all this extra shit. Something about it is uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like people thinking they know everything about me when you don't. Don't think that you just gonna be able to play a game with me. And I'm not saying that that's what Kareem Biggs Burke did. Hey, listen, if it's a money move, listen, I would love for motherfuckers to be able to call me, especially if I'm in JayZ's position and this is what I do. So this is not a shot at him, but I'm giving y'all the other side of it. You know what I mean? Where you got people around that's not on what Kareem is on. Kareem just hitting his boy up with a money move and just seeing if he want to do it, you know what I'm saying, to make some, you know what I mean, because this is what he do. But you got a lot of other people that think they just know you and just trying to use you to get you out and do all of this shit because that's what they want to do. But nah, you can't let people think they got you like that or they can control you like that because it's a form of control and people try to lure you like you a mouse or you a motherfucking animal and they try to put the bait in front of you and want you to take the bait. Don't fall for it, all right? And that's my word, man. My name is JayZ and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.